Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to yet another on-demand web scraping tutorial, and I've just got a letter from Mohammed Akib Evan. No, I'm sure if I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing your name in the wrong way. Really sorry for that, but nevertheless. So here is the site he would like me to create a tutorial how to scrape. And the fields needed are title, price, likes, and dislikes. And well, this is kind of great request in my own opinion, because the link to crawl is defined really clearly, and as far as the fields as well. So if you just go to the link provided by Mohammed, we'll see here a list of the cards. So we need to scrape this title, then the price. Also, I guess we can scrape the URL link to the corresponding element as well, and also we need to scrape likes, he said, and likes and dislikes. I'm not sure, like and dislikes. I'm not sure where the dislikes are actually about to be shown here. I can't see any dislikes, but I can see the commentaries. Well, I don't know, we can basically try to scrape the commentaries as well, and probably here are no kind of dislikes, but nevertheless. Well, okay, so I'm not at home at the moment, and I'm really short of time, so I'm going for this tutorial without any preparation. And if you're excited, let's actually start writing some code. So here I've created the slickdeals.py file, and I don't know, he didn't specify what exactly tools to use, like either request in Beautiful Soup or Scrapy, and as far this wasn't really defined, I will go with Scrapy. So in case first anyway, first we need to import some packages here. So we say import Scrapy, and from crawler from scrapy.crawler, from scrapy crawler import crawler process, and then we'll go with a scraper class definition, and we'll go for this just right at the moment. And finally the main driver, and we say if name equals to main. Remember, this is needed in order to avoid running the scraper if it's used as a module in another Python file. So in this case we need to say like run scraper, and we're creating the crawling process here. So I say process equals crawler process and process.crawl, and here we'll use the class name that we didn't yet define, but well, let's do this now basically. So I say class, let's call this slickdeals, and it will inherit from the basic scrapy.spider, which is a general purpose scrapy spider. And also we need to provide the name here that would be equal to, let's call this slickdeals as well. And here I'm using this class name as an argument, and finally saying process.start in order to invoke the crawling process itself. So if I now just invoke the terminal, the current working directory I am currently at, and by simply typing python 3 slickdeals.py, I will invoke my scraper. It doesn't yet kind of about to crawl anything, but still. Okay, crawl missing one positional argument. Sorry. I'm sorry guys, just of course I forgot to call this method basically, or it's better to call this constructor. So now it should work, I guess. Okay. Yeah, perfect. So, well, what else do we need here? So from now on we can actually start start actually implementing our scraper itself. So, well, first let's actually try to define the base URL. So the pagination here is trivial, so there is the only string query parameter called page that we'll make use of. So I'll just copy this and let's provide the base URL basically here. Okay, so I say base URL equals and this stuff. Also, this is actually the spider name. Okay, so I'm not sure if I'm supposed to go using this start request. Well, I guess that's the method to start with. So okay, so I say just crawler's entry point here, and I say def start requests, which is the standard method, which is actually crawler's entry point here. It takes only the self argument, and that's kind of it. So now we need to we need to loop over the range of the pages. I'm not sure how many pages are available over in here. Well, let's try the first, I don't know, first kind of 4 pages to see if still something is available here. Unfortunately, I can't see the entire number of pages. It's just kind of like next, and it doesn't show how many pages are available there. So just feel free to change the number of pages to crawl within the code. And I can simply say for page in range from 0 to, well, let's say, I don't know, 5, no, from 1 to 5, like this. So here I can say alter page range accordingly, I mean, just maybe better here. So loop over page range, and here we say alter page range accordingly. So like an example, like 1, 10, or whatever, or whatever available range. Save, and maybe putting this into the new line as well. Okay, and actually now we need to create dynamically create the URL to crawl here. So let's create the URL variable that would be equal self dot base URL plus, and we need to, oh my god, what have I done? Self URL plus, we need to stringify the page, like this. And well, as far not exactly like this, probably yeah, I could have used the URL lib to encode the string query parameters. Well, probably let's actually do this because it's kind of more professional way. So I just import URL lib here, and I just simply say the base URL plus URL lib dot parse dot I'm not sure it's called URL encode, I guess so, and so we have the page, and here we stringify our, we don't even actually need to stringify that, just simply page like this. Well, if I did spell everything correctly, this should work. So let's basically try to print our URL to check that out actually. Okay, so oh my god. Okay, so page 1, page 2, page 3, page 4. This errors are just because we're not crawling anything yet. That's because it gives us some errors. But it seems like the pages are being extracted absolutely correct. So just have a look at the generated page here. So we actually should have get something, right? Okay, but obviously we will just kind of break after crawling the very first page, just in order to debug our data crawling logic here. And even I would probably even use some selectors just in order to not avoid torturing the server during the debugging process. And okay, so we don't need to print the URL literally, so instead we need to yield a SCRAPY request. So I say SCRAPY.request. We'll try to not to use any headers, any custom headers, because well I believe this should work just directly like as is. So we need to specify the URL that would be equal to URL. So the first URL is the parameter name, argument name, and the second URL is this one actually. Also, what else? We need to provide the callback function name, because you know SCRAPY is using asynchronous twisted internet library, which needs to have some callback function when the response has been processed. So callback, let's call this self.parse. So we didn't yet create that, and also yeah, that's actually break after. So parse content, and here I create a function called, the method called def parse. It would take the self instance followed by the response object like this. And here I just instead of extracting data first, I would like simply to store the response. So I say store response to HTML, and here we say with open, and let's call the file name res.html. We want to write the file stream as file and say simply f.write, and response.text like this. Well, I guess this should work. So let's try to run our scraper again. I hope to see response.html file appearing here. Great. So now we don't need this part. So I will just command this out, but I'll leave you this for you guys just to kind of log in all the historical parts of the code basically. So just you'll be able to see everything what was written here. And here we say load HTML response, load and parse basically. Parse HTML response. So here we say with open, and the same file res.html, so this one, okay, this one. Sorry, I don't have a mouse, so I'm using touchpad at the moment, so I'm really not at home, so the setup is not that perfect as always. But nevertheless, we need to read the file stream as file, and also we need to create content variables. So I say any content, and content equals, first it would be the type of, well no, it would be, yeah, it would be just the type of Python string. So I can say for line in f.read, we need to populate the content by the line. Okay, so and here eventually I'll call this fake response object selector. And why do I call this fake? Well, that's because, oh, thank you, man, Michael Schroeder. Yeah, I appreciate your command, man. Thanks. Okay, and so, well, let me just import the SCRAPY selector. So I say from SCRAPY.selector import selector. Okay, and you know this response object has it allows us to use the selectors like res.css or res.xpath and so on, just to extract the data. But as far as we are working with a local copy, we need to manually define the selector object to use it in order to extract the data from the local file. So even though it could have been avoided, but still for the learning purposes, I guess it's a better approach to consider. So again, I'm using this response variable as the fake of this one, and I simply say selector, and the text would be equal to content. And from now on, we can actually call this def parse without invoking the entire scraper and work with the data extraction. So I just comment out the crawling logic for a while, and I simply say slick deals. Yeah, okay, slick deals dot parse, and the first parameter is the slick deals instance, so to fit this self, and the second one would I'll just pass the empty string, because we're creating our response object, the fake of the response object, which would be the berry selector right here within the code. And from now on, if we just try to print our response, it should have printed us the only line that the selector has been initialized, and this is it basically. So from now on, we can go to our data extraction logic. So here I say data extraction logic. So from now on, we need to actually see what exactly to scrape. So he needs the title, prices, likes, and dislikes. Okay, so let's start with the title. So this is the title, I guess. So I just want to expect the element by invoking my developer tools. So well, before that, we probably need to loop over all of the cards to extract the data recursively out of those cards. So I'm not really sure. So this is okay. User list, category grade deals, but I'm wondering. So I'm just wondering the other guys. So latest deals, and oh, maybe these are featured. So okay, let's drop the featured basically, but let's go for the latest deals, like over in here. So okay, div class. Okay, let's go through this one. Oh, it's literally the same. Deal tiles, category grid deals. Is this the same actually? Yeah, it's literally the same. So well, we can actually try to go through all of them, but I'm not sure. Category grid deals. Okay, so if I just try to copy this. Okay guys, as far as I'm not prepared for this video, I need to perform a couple of tests to make sure everything works. So here we need to loop over, basically let's get rid of this one. So we need to loop over, let's call this product, yeah, product cards, and say for card in response.css, and we're looking for the user list, and is this the class? Okay, so with this class name, and okay, and also we're looking for the nested list item. I'm not sure, so let's consider this one, fp grid box, copy, and let's just simply try to print card.get, and I hope to see the HTML for the list items, HTML code for list items. Well, it seems to be just, yeah, it seems to be fine, I guess. So it will now be able to actually if we will now be able to extract the data recursively from every card, that would be just great. So let me try some. So if I just extract this, so inspect and href, is this the only href within? Okay, maybe just let's consider we have the href, but where is the, oh, it contains some nested data. Oh no, it's not the nested data, just okay. So item title BBC link. Okay, so I'm just trying to extract the link at the moment, so I say card.css and we're looking for the a tag with the class ppc link, and let's consider first text and then we'll consider the link if it's available. So well, lots of text. Okay, Lenovo iPad 5 laptop Intel Core. So is this, yeah, it seems to be. So I just want to add a couple of new lines just to see this kind of in a more clear way. So and later on, if it works, I will just start constructing the, yeah, great, I'll start constructing the Python dictionary. So let's actually import JSON module to try to put in the Python dictionaries here. And well, here I would actually create the items variable that would be equal to, so here we'll define the title. Okay, so and the title would be equals to this, so just grab this, paste, and then we'll consider the link, and the link would be almost the same, but instead of extracting the text, we'll need to extract the attribute of href, and we'll leave this for a while. So now let's print our items. So I say JSON dumps and oh my god, items, and indentation equals to 2 spaces. So let's have a look. Great, so we have the title and the link. So for some reason the link is not really it doesn't seem to be that great. Maybe we should have considered self dot base URL plus this card link. And now let's try to pick up the link and to check that out if it just actually, if it redirects us to the specific product card or not. Well, okay, not exactly like this, so we need to alter this a little bit. Not found. Okay, so let me better just go easier way. So okay, so we need just to append this stuff, and that's it. Copy. So not the base URL, but let's prepend this kind of stuff. Okay, and now it should work. So hold on a sec, why does it consider, okay, I don't need this slash as well. Okay, okay, now it should redirect to the particular card. Great, so we are within the card now. Okay, brilliant. Okay, so let's move further on. So Also, he wants to extract the price, likes and dislikes. Okay, so let's try to extract the price at the moment. So inspect and div class item price, and there is something. Okay, so copy, and here we specify price and card CSS and div with the class of item price. We want to extract the text, we want to get, and also we would probably like to replace, well, let's first see how many new lines or return characters or whatever he would provide. So only the new lines. Okay, so let's actually replace. Okay, and just to make it slightly a bit better structured, I would like to consider it this way. So, and just adding a couple of new lines for the better code readability, basically. So dot get dot replace the new lines with nothing, and also dot strip to get rid of the trailing spaces. Okay, now it seems much better. So we have the price being defined here. Okay, so non-type object has now attribute replace. Okay, this means that we should have actually wrapped this into types except statement. Whoa. And okay, so here I say try to extract price and paste, and I simply say items dot price equal to this. Now here unfortunately this structure is not available. It would give an error, but okay, so let's try and accept exception as E. Oh my god, exception, and print exception as well. So kind of works. Okay, non-type. So does that mean that it can actually extract? Okay, I just want to see this. The extracted text, so let's print just want to see, is that empty or what's wrong with that, basically. Amazon, Razer, Invicta Gaming, Mousepad. Let's have a look. Amazon. Oh, there is no price really. Yeah, so this happens, no price. Well, okay, so we'll simply be let's actually just simply pass this, because yeah, it's not a big deal. And eventually, okay, not pass, but we need to say actually items. Oh, we don't need to say anything yet, just pass is enough. It would leave the price not available, or maybe we can say it explicitly. Okay, so let's say items price equals, this would be more professional way, not available. Okay. Oh my god, what have I done? Okay, so now we have not available price for some entries, which is nice. Okay, and also now let's try and inspect this likes. Well, okay, so dislikes are not a good price. another. So I'm just wondering, can he actually, or he forces me to. Oh my god, no, I'm not gonna register here, so I'm sorry guys. So this means that dislikes are actually seem to be available at some point. So, but I'm really wondering where exactly we have those dislikes. I'm not sure. So inspect, likes label, and I'm wondering if anywhere to be like dislikes label or something. Well, nevertheless, let's try to extract the likes first. So here I provide the likes and say simple response dot css span dot likes label. Okay, and we need to extract the text and get. So let's try this again. For some reason, okay, so why the likes are not, so probably I've done something wrong there. Okay, let's check again. Oh, so okay, likes label, span, thread score. So let's try to actually find it recursively. Okay. Okay, let's try to get all instead. Okay. So let's also join them like this, so to make it a string actually, and trying to get rid of the new lines as well. Okay, so my god, it seems like no, it's something wrong definitely here. Okay, I would probably better go another way here. So let's go for .css and we'll look for the span count. So recursively, okay, span count and get 1. Okay, and no recursive. Oh, not exactly. Sorry. No, this is the selector. Okay, and this is the text node. Okay, 3 likes. Why 3 likes everywhere? I'm really. Oh, not the response. I'm sorry. Card. Okay, now it seems to be just pretty nice. The last thing left here is just how to pick up the dislikes. I'm not sure where exactly we can get those dislikes, so let me just try to find the dislikes. So, well, I guess it's not hard to, it's not easy to find basically, because they all kind of been liked. Yeah, if I could only find some dislikes just to pick up a selector, I literally can't see them really. I just can't guess the selector name obviously for the dislikes. I'm not really sure that dislikes are ever to be shown here. Well, I could have actually leave this as an exercise for you guys to find some dislikes, and well, they like everything literally, so I can't see any dislikes for some reason. If I just inspect the page, I mean view the page source, is there any dislike? Is any dislike there? It's not, but likes. It's really lots here. Okay. So how we call this label? Likes label. Yeah, I guess I just won't really find that dislike. If I could ever find those, yeah, but I can't really see any here. Well, maybe just a couple more pages to consider, because I really can't see any here. Only the number of commentaries. This is really strange. Probably all these products are so cool that nobody dislikes them ever. Really. Okay, so this is the last page. Okay, by the way, now we know the number of pages, so it's kind of 7. So we can specify it over here. So basically like this, probably. So from the 1st to the 7th pages to page. Okay. Yeah, I guess no dislikes here. So Muhammad, if you're watching this, if you would ever find any dislike on these pages, then please provide me a link in the commentaries and specify, I don't know, like which part in particular results the dislike. And in that case, I will just alter the code, so just would be adding, I'll add another selector for scraping dislikes, because I really can't see any dislikes at the moment. So I will just leave this as is. So either you can go for this as an exercise for your own selves, but if there is no dislikes, I mean really like at least here, maybe on other pages, like not the computer deals but another URL, well in that case just point that to me out please guys, and I'll provide you a selector for the dislikes as well. For now, I guess we can actually add the logic to store all of this data to the some sort of the output files. So here I'll need to provide the custom settings for this particular spider here. So I say custom settings is the dictionary. So we need to specify 2 parameters. So the first one is called fit format, and let's consider the CSV here, and this the second would be the feed URI, and let's call this slickdeals.csv. And in order to actually store all this stuff here, instead of printing things, we say like store output results, and in order to obtain this, so here we say actually print. Okay guys, I'm just sorry. I'm sorry guys, we have Easter today, and me and my wife are going out, so just my father just called me to find out if we are actually or not. Okay, so print results, and here store results. So we need to simply say yield and our items, and I hope this would actually create the slickdeals.csv file in return. Why it doesn't do so, I have no idea. Okay. Okay, it's very simple. That's because we're not actually running the crawler process. So I just need to uncomment all this stuff. So here we can say simply debug selectors, save, and now we can actually comment out the entire selector initialization part, save, and now this should work basically. Okay, so we've just created this slickdeals.csv, but for some reason it's empty. Really wondering why this happens. Okay, reload. Okay, just a delay there. Okay, so the only thing left here is basically to start to crawl all the pages. So I'll just command this break out, save, and let me just delete this slickdeals again. So before we do that, let's have a look how many entries we have here. So it seems like 29, right? Okay, so just delete this, and yes, delete please. Okay, and let's actually try to crawl all of them. No, try to crawl all the pages. Okay, so here we are basically. So reload, and okay, now we have much more. So let's quickly, I'm sorry, I'm just really gotta leave now, so let me just quickly open the folder to view this slickdeals.csv as the CSV output, and we're ending up here. So yeah, okay guys, I will probably publish this video later in this evening basically, because now I don't really have time for that. So yeah, just need to check that out if everything works correctly or not. And okay, so we have the title, seems to be fine. Okay, the link, great. Okay, we have the price as well, and number of likes. Okay guys, so this is it for this video. I'm sorry, I'm really short of time, and I really gotta run now. So have fun. For those who celebrate the Easter, I just kind of congratulate you guys, and for all the others, just until next time, and take care.